Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. But before we get to it, wind the head down below, like and subscribe. It does help out a lot. And let's get right over here. So today we are watching Forseti play in the Škoda T25. Of course, the Tier 6 Czechoslovakian medium tank. And honestly, if we kind of look at it, probably one of the better Tier 6 medium tanks. You know, it might not be, as fast as the Cromwell. Definitely doesn't have the armor of the T-34-85. Doesn't have the gun depression of the STR V76. Doesn't have the alpha of, the P43 BIS. But it has something really, really special for the Czechoslovakian medium tanks, which, after this tank, you don't get until you reach Tier 9. Of course, talking about the autoloader, this has a 3-round autoloader, which I think has around 1.8 to 1.75 intra-clip reload per shell, which honestly, for such a low tier tank, isn't actually that bad. And, not the most damage, as you can see. I think it's 205, 210 alpha per shot. Not the most, but you can put in 3 shells really quickly, as we are seeing over here towards the T-34-85. Enough penetration to go through the medium tanks. Most heavies, and if not, your APCR rounds are going to do the job. And this tank, I actually really enjoyed it. Now, I'm on the Tier 7 now, and I have probably been for about 7 years, because I just can't handle it. Just so bad compared to this. The tier 6, I really had so much fun, because it actually kind of shows you what you're going to be doing at Tier 9 and Tier 10 with that autoloader. You're fast, you don't have much armor. This actually doesn't really have the best turning circle as well. The traverse speed is terrible, so you do have to watch out for that, because it's probably worse than some heavy tanks at this tier, to be honest. But the autoloader, the straight line speed is really fun, and I've really enjoyed this tank so much. I had a couple great battles in it, but nothing like Forseti is going to show us today over here. Now, they're down by 1 tank over here, but up by 700 damage, which is good. Of course, it can swing both ways still. This is really early doors for the game. Anything can happen. But as Forseti is going to see in a while, that the kind of northeastern flank has been lost. Now, I'm pretty sure there was a couple of tanks that went that way. And there we go. Now, Forseti has seen that the northeastern part of the map is lost. I think the T-150 went over there. Not really sure what Forseti does over there. Maybe a little bit of a bug, maybe checked something on their desktop. But they're back in the game over here. And they can see that there's a Hellcat, an OI, and an STR V74 over there shooting the tanks that are trying to cross the bridge. There's a T-34-85M, an IKV-65, and a Hellcat on Foresti's team over there, trying to shoot them, get across the bridge towards the Tiger 131 and the AC-4 Experimental. Now, Forseti is going to get quite lucky over here, because the OI is still in the same spot now. If the OI would have probably moved forwards with the derp gun, the Škoda is probably a 2-shot for that. It doesn't look like he's using the derp gun, but I'm pretty sure that other gun does 300 damage still, so you still don't want to be taking shots like that in a Tier 6 medium tank, so that is going to hurt. Puts in 2 shots towards the Stritzvong 74, actually takes out the Hellcat that was over there, because they were on the 1-shot, and there we go. He's kind of stopped that advance over there. They're not looking at the bridge anymore, and there's actually the Cromwell and the Hellcat that are trying to come across now, which is good for Forseti's team over here. They put in a 1-shot towards the Stritzvong over there, and Forseti finishes them off, picking up their 4th kill in this game, and up to 1,900 damage now, which is, this alone, if the game stopped here, would be a pretty decent game result for Forseti over here in the Škoda T25. 2,000 damage in a Tier 6, that is huge. If you did that towards, even a Tier 7, Tier 8, that would be, a pretty alright game. It wouldn't be anything, extraordinary, but it wouldn't be a bad game. Now, Forseti with his teammates on the bridge have cleared up these tanks that were pushing the north over here. And they've cleared it out. Forseti has picked up, probably around 1,500 damage in this spot. And what was it, 2 kills, 3 kills, something like that over here. really good stuff. Now, his team have now lost the south of this map, and there's about 6 or even 7 enemy tanks in that location now, and they're actually down by a tank still, and now down by 1,000 hit points. But we haven't seen those tanks in render distance for a couple minutes now, so it might be better than it actually is. But with the T-3485 getting killed in the center of the map, they are now down by 2 tanks, and you got to kind of watch out at this stage, because Forsetti's team over here is kind of all spread out. They're not really concentrated in one area, but you have to watch out for what the enemy team are going to do in this sort of situation. Some of them are going to probably stay where they are and wait until the enemy team, in this case Forsetti's team, are going to come from. Some of them are going to push forwards into the enemy base, take out the couple tanks that are there, take out the artillery. That's what this T-3485M wanted to do, but Forsetti shut him down. And as you can see, the P-34 BIS is doing what I said, staying in place, waiting for enemy tanks to come to him. And of course, some of the tanks are going to wanting to be going back to their base in order to defend there. And of course, not lose the cap circle, because that would mean a defeat for them, as that Stritzvog has done over there. He has pulled back towards his base, but this Škoda making the same mistake that the T-3485M has done just about half a minute earlier. Not really sure, maybe he wasn't paying attention to what happened to him or something, but Forsetti was spotted here along with the artillery, and I'm pretty sure the Hellcat was spotted during that time as well. The Hellcat takes out the Škoda T-25 on the enemy team. Forsetti puts in one shot towards the P-43 BIS over there, now on 341 hit points, that tank, and the IKV puts in a good shot. Now he has a one shot pretty much most of the time for the remaining tanks on Forsetti's team, but they are down by 3 tanks, 1,000 damage. The Tiger 131 is coming across, and the Stritzvog has taken out the T-3485M. Forsetti on 2,800 hit damage now, 5 kills. This has been an extraordinary game for Forsetti so far, but he has not done yet. He's reloading APCR rounds, because I guess he could maybe bounce off the VK3002M, I'm pretty sure that is. Both of them, they're in a platoon actually, as the M44 on the enemy team takes out Forsetti's last remaining ally, leaving him in a 1 versus 6 now, and he has taken some damage now. The VK's putting in shots, the Stritzvog has put in a shot, the VK has put in another shot. This isn't looking good, and the artillery splashes him as well. So he is now on 221 hit points. That's there may be a 2-shot for the artillery if he can hit close by. Probably a 2 or 3 shot for the VKs. Maybe actually we saw the P-43 BIS is using the stock gun, I'm pretty sure. So it would be a 2-shot for him, and it could be a 1-shot for the Tiger 131 if he rolls average. So you gotta kind of think of that in the situation. I could take another shot from the VK, I can maybe take a shot from the Tiger 131, but you shouldn't risk it. Puts in a shot towards the Tiger 131, puts in a shot towards the VK. Luckily this tank has a really quick reload. I think around 8 seconds ish, I'm not really too sure, but as we can see over here, really quick reload over here. I guess the worst thing about this tank is, that I kind of noticed whilst playing it, is of course the armor, but you probably get that on most lower tier medium tanks, as Forsetti takes out the Tiger 131. Another thing, the traverse speed is really not good. That Tiger 131 probably has a better traverse speed than this tank. You really have to stop sometimes going around corners not to crash into the building, and I guess the view range isn't the best. Forsetti looks like they really like this tank, as they have full large consumables. They are using a turbo and a couple other equipment. They probably have a good crew on this, because who wouldn't want to have some fun in this tank at tier 6? Up to 3,900 damage, 8 kills. is Forseti going to be able to take out this game? As he goes down, takes out the VK, and is he going to be able to take out the P43 Bis as well? He puts a one shot, but the other one bounces off his kind of roof deck. Is he going to be able to put it? It bounces once again. You really must be stressed out at this point. If I was Forseti in this situation, in this circumstance, I probably would be as well. 1 APCR round left though, and 6 high explosive rounds. Forseti is loading the high explosive rounds because the P43 Bis is only on 5 hit points. So one shot towards him, probably anywhere, should be able to take him out. As my throat is going, this is an absolutely brilliant game. As he takes out the P43 Bis over there. Brilliant job by Forseti. 10 kills, 4,000 damage done in this game. He actually has bounced a shot before, which is the only reason that he's in the game. I don't really know who he bounced it off of, but you know, sometimes you've got to get a bit lucky in order to get these games. As the M44 is right over here, is he going to shoot Forseti? Splashes right behind him, doing 19 splash damage, stunning his crew. Forseti actually takes a while to get his crew back in action, but takes out this game. Absolutely brilliant job. Let's look at the post-game stats and let's see how well Forseti did in this game. So as we can see, an ace tank, a Kolobanov's medal, a Pools medal, what else is that? Radley Walters, high caliber, defender, top gun, you know, all of the good medals that you would want to get. Forseti got in this game in the Škoda T25, picking up 4,578 damage, 11 kills and 1,970 base experience. Absolutely insane for a tier 6 medium. Losing a lot of credits, but I think they kind of play this tank as a kind of relaxed tank, you know, just to kind of get a couple good games in when, you know, you probably RNG is kind of trolling with you sometimes. I kind of have a couple of those at tier 6 as well. You know, Cromwell B, T3485M, you know, where you just use, you know, expensive stuff, might fire a couple more APCR rounds and stuff like that, just to have fun, just to kind of relax. And I guess Forseti is uses this tank as that, I think, maybe. But that was an absolutely brilliant game. I probably wouldn't have been able to pull that off, you know. I was just stressed watching this. I can't imagine what Forseti was going through whilst they were in this game. But for now, that is going to be it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.